How's it going, guys? In this video we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Face Inferno figure. This figure was released in 2024 and it's based off of the Ghostface from the 2022 Scream film. I believe it's Scream 5. It doesn't have Scream 5, it's just a Scream, but I believe it's from Scream 5 if I'm not mistaken. This figure I did pick up from the folks over at the Last Toy Store, so huge shout out to them for always hooking it up with the pre-orders. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. I'll leave a link to their website in the description below. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get a quick look around the box. We'll get it opened up and get a better look at the figure. So for starters, guys, I have to say I really dig the cover art here with the chrome skull. As I mentioned before, I'm not a big Scream fan, but I thought this figure looked really cool. Got the Ghostface Inferno logo there, looks really nice. On the side we got a photo shot of the figure there, and then we got the Ghostface Inferno logo there along with NECA Real Toys on the back. Really cool photo shots of the figure, and it comes with a flamethrower, so that's actually pretty cool. And we got the Ghostface Inferno. On the other side we got the photo shot of the figure again, Ghostface Inferno, NECA Real Toys. We also have a profile shot of the figure there, as well as there's the figure and all its accessories, and it comes with a lot. So yeah, guys, I did put up a poll for this one, so this one beat out all the other three figures. I wasn't too sure what to review next, so you know, everybody voted and this one won. So I think this one with like 40 some odd votes or something like that. But yeah, thanks to everybody that voted, and beyond that, let's go ahead and open them up and get a better look at the figure. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get right to it. So for starters, I have to say getting them out of the box actually was pretty simple. The accessories were a little bit difficult, actually the heads only, but I have to say this guy looks pretty good. Compared to the previous released Ghostface, it was like this one looks pretty solid. I do have to say, starting off with the head articulation, head does rotate all the way around, it seems. Does look down fairly well, looks up pretty well, and does have a nice head tilt from side to side. So I have the defaulted face plate on right now, which is the chrome plated one. So if it looks a little bit weird, it's just because the camera's having an issue zooming in. So just FYI, guys. As for the arms, arm does come up a bit stiff, 90 degrees, and should rotate all the way around, but the cloak is hindering that movement right now. And the cloak does come off, so we'll get to that in a bit. It does have a single joint in the elbow, does have rotation in the elbow, does have rotation in the wrist, and the wrist does have a little bit of back and forth. Other arm, same thing, does come up about 90 degrees. Should rotate all the way around. Does have a single joint in the elbow, rotation at the elbow, and rotation at the wrist with a little bit of back and forth, a little stiff right now, guys, fresh out of the box. The other thing I have to point out is I like that the body armor look on this figure. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but yeah, you can see, like, I guess I'm assuming those are like bullet holes there, but yeah, the body armor looks really cool on this guy. There is some torso rotation, which is pretty cool. It doesn't really crunch down or crunch back too much, more than likely because of the way the body armor is molded there. So not too bad though, not a deal breaker. Leg does come up fairly well, does go back not too much, but it's okay. Single joint in the knee. Seems to be there is some rotation at the top of the thigh. It does feel like there is some rotation at the knee, but I don't want to force it and have a video fail. Looks like leg does come up to do the splits pretty well, and foot does seem to have rotation, which is pretty cool. And a bit of an ankle rocker as well. Not so much back or forth though, as you can see, because of the way the pant leg is molded. As for the other leg, same thing, does come up fairly well, does go back okay. Single joint in the knee. Once again, there is some rotation at the top of the thigh, and yeah, there is some. It feels like there's some rotation at the knee, but I honestly don't want to. I don't want to have a video fail, guys. Again, leg does come up, so he could basically do the splits if he wanted to, if he felt like doing a Van Damme or something like that. There is rotation in the foot, and once again, because of the pant leg mold, it doesn't go back and forth that much. But not a deal breaker. Not a deal breaker, guys. This figure is actually pretty solid so far. So let's go ahead and get him off to the side and get a better look at his accessories. Before I get into the accessories, I did want to say the cool thing about his cloak, I forgot to mention, is it does have a bendy wire, so you can bend it to kind of give it a little bit more of a, I guess, in motion and stuff like that. Even up here in the hood, it has a bendy wire. So as you notice, I did take off the cloak already. The easiest way I found to take off the cloak was pop the head off, pop off one of the wrists, and you should be able to get that off, and then you pop off the other wrist, and then it comes off pretty easily. Without doing that, it's a little bit harder to get it off of the figure, so keep that in mind if you pick up this figure. You're going to have to take off the head and the two hands, and it comes off pretty easily. So, onto the first accessory. He does come with two gripping hands for the accessories, and pretty nice. I like the black gloves, pretty nice, pretty solid. As for the other two hands, they're both also gripping hands, and not too much different from the other ones. Although this one looks like it's like got a almost like a trigger finger, and we'll get to that in the accessories. But also another gripping hand. The hands he comes with by default are another gripping hand and a semi-open hand, some semi-gestured. Up next, guys, he comes with a pitchfork, and I have to say I really dig the coloring on this. I think they did a pretty good job of the chrome on the little pointers here. The wood itself, it's a nice color. There's no like wood grain or anything like that, but still pretty solid. I would be very careful with the pointers because they do feel kind of flimsy a little bit, so just be very careful with that. But overall, solid piece. Glad that they included them with this. Up next, guys, he comes with a black machete. Actually, he comes with two, but yeah, really solid. Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought these were really gnarly getting them out of the packaging, and as you can see the detail in the silver on the rivets there. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough because it's pretty small, but the chrome there looks pretty cool. Yeah, just solid accessory, and I could see using this for another figure too. So yeah, if you do pick this up, keep that in mind. You should be able to use this for other figures as well. Next, guys, he does come with the voice changer, voice modulator, and he does come with this in the previous release as well. If you haven't seen that, I did a review on that figure. I'll leave a link to the description to that as well. But yeah, this one's pretty nice. I mean, there's not much to it. It's just it's a super small accessory. I would be very careful because, as you can see, it is tiny, so I could see losing this. But overall, that's cool that they still included it with this figure. Up next, guys, he comes with his signature knife from the other Scream films, and this one is actually colored differently. It's actually a chrome finish, which I thought was really cool. I like the shininess of it. I'm assuming they did it to match the face sculpt, but yeah, really solid. He does come with another one too. This one actually has like some blood wash on it, which I thought was really nice. That was a good touch that NECA did. Again, it comes in that chrome finish with the blood wash there. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but yeah, pretty solid, guys. I'm glad that NECA went the extra mile and did this and gave us a different sort of looking accessory as opposed to the original one. And up next, guys, we have the flamethrower, which I have to say looks absolutely gnarly in my opinion. This thing looks really cool, really killer. I love the coloring on this. I love the detail. Like, I don't know if the camera really picks it up well enough, but yeah, you just see the tubes and everything. I mean, it just looks really crazy cool. The one thing I would have to say is these little prongs here. When I was putting the flame effect on, you have to move them apart, so I would be very careful because this feels kind of flimsy here. I don't know if you could tell in the camera, but yeah, I would be very careful with this if you do pick this up. But the flame effect, man, like NECA kills it with this sort of stuff. The flame effects, and then just the little level of detail that they put into everything. You can see like that it's got like almost like a dingy wash over it, like a dirty, like it's been used. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like the grease or something coming down, or the gasoline leaking out. I mean, even the handle there, I don't know if you can see or the camera picks it up well enough, but you can see the sort of like used wash on it. Definitely a highlight for this figure for sure. Really dig this accessory. Up next, guys, we have one of the head sculpts, and I believe this is like the devil head sculpt. Really love the coloring there. The red looks absolutely incredible. I like the devil horns. I haven't, full disclosure, like I've mentioned before, I'm not a big Scream fan, so I haven't seen the film in its entirety. I think I've only seen the ending to it, but So I'm not too exactly sure when this part comes out. If you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, if I decide to display this figure, it more than likely will be with this head sculpt because I really love the red. It really pops in my opinion. Really, really solid, guys. Up next, guys, we have another head sculpt. This one is the regular Ghostface colored head sculpt, I guess you would want to call it. It does have some soft plastic here at the ends, but yeah, it's the basic. It's the regular Ghostface mask. Really, really nice. Not too bad. I do prefer the red devil one over. I even prefer the chrome one over this one, but still pretty cool that they included it with this figure. And finally, guys, he does come with a alternate faceplate. So I like this one as well because it's got like a dingy, dirty look to it. It's kind of cracked there. And yeah, like this one looks weathered, like it's been through, I guess you would want to say like a battle damage almost, because you can see the cracks there in the face. It has the 2 pegs there, so basically what you would do is you would pop off this one, and as you can see there, it has the little 2 holes for the pegs, and then you just pop that back on, and then there you have it, guys. Swap it out like that. So while I'm kind of iffy on the whole faceplate technology that NECA has been doing recently, I like the fact that they still included like a couple legit head sculpts, but this is not too bad. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I guess if you're the amount of accessories that this comes with, this really, and the extra 2 head sculpts, I would say that's not a deal breaker by any means. Now for size comparison, guys, I do want to bring in the other original release Ghostface figure, just to kind of give obviously size comparison as well as a little bit of some differences. Some of the colors I've noticed on the legs and shoes, stuff like that, is different. Obviously the body armor here is different than this one. I feel they retooled this one for a different figure. The arms are different. Those are just some of the differences that I noticed in getting this guy out and comparing the two. If I had to choose one over the other, I would definitely choose the newer one, just because I like the movements in this one's a little bit more smoother than this guy. And you could take off the cloak on this one, where this one you can't take it off. I'm sure somehow you would be able to, but yeah, I still would prefer this one over the original. Although I really do like the glow-in-the-dark mask and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, the accessories, everything else outweighs the original. So that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below which one would you choose, or if you picked them up, and you know, what are your pros and cons of each figure. That about wraps it up for this video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the figure here. Are you a fan of the Scream film franchise? As I mentioned before, not the biggest fan of the series. I've seen 1 and 2. I don't think I've gone to 3, and I believe I've seen the ending of the 5th one. I haven't seen 4, and I haven't seen 6. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite, which is your least favorite of the films. Again, I also want to say thank you to everybody that did vote to have this figure reviewed. As I mentioned previously, I put up a poll in the community tab, and it looks like 40 some odd percent of you all voted for this one to be reviewed. So here you go, guys. Majority wins, obviously. But yeah, overall though, I'm actually glad I picked up this figure because, as I mentioned before, I like the look of it, and I'm actually pretty surprised at how much I liked it out of the box with the accessories and everything. Like I said, NECA did retool the body a little bit, so I'm really happy with that because the other one felt really stiff. Beyond that, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again for coming back and for the continued support, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Seriously, I can't thank y'all enough for the continued support. Y'all absolutely rock. From the people that have been following me from the beginning up until now, as well as the new subscribers that I've recently gotten as well. Because of you all, I've already blown past 800 subscribers, so I'm super, super humbled by that and appreciative of that. So thanks a lot, guys. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy and have a good one.